So we still have one more apparatus to go on this first day of the finals here in Tashkent in Uzbekistan. That event will be the men's steel rings. What a fabulous day it has been so far, with some very impressive performances from the women on the uneven bars and the vault, and from the men on the floor and the pommel horse as well. Of course, Tashkent is well used to hosting events. They had the rhythmic gymnastics here, and they have had wrestling and fencing world championships in the past as well. But this for them is the first time since the artistic gymnastics. So a real honour for them to be able to welcome some of the top gymnasts in the world. But we will be kicking off again very shortly. And as I said, it will be the men's steel rings. So the finalists will be walking out, and here they are, and they will be introduced to the crowds that have turned up to watch them, introduced as well to the judges. It's all about a mark of respect as well, and also for them to have their moment, having achieved a qualification spot, because that in itself can be very difficult to do. You have to get through the preliminaries first. So always a special moment to even be in a final. For some, it's about getting the experience now that they have qualified for the finals. But for others, it will be very much about the medals, getting on that podium, and a possibility of winning the prize money. So the gymnasts have been introduced. Even for getting into the finals, they will have won some prize money. If they come first, it's 800 Swiss francs, and then 8th place gets 100 Swiss francs. But of course, there's World Challenge Cup points here as well, with 30 points available for first place, down to 10 for 8th place. So every position is important. This is the draw for the first 4 that we will be watching. Akrokon Temirkonovov, he qualified first. It's not the highest degree difficulty he didn't have, but he certainly made up for his execution. They met Cossack from Turkey, qualified in 2nd place, the bronze medalist at 2 World Cups this year. Can he make it onto the podium yet again? Wang from Chinese Taipei, he was qualifying in 3rd place with the joint highest degree difficulty. Bronze medalist at the World Cup in Slovenia. He'll be going for another clean and impressive performance, hopefully again today. So 8 elements. They have to hold each one for 2 seconds. They do get a bonus for linking the elements, and that 0.1 bonus if they manage to land the dismount. The judges will be looking for really good form, chest up on those landings, that dismount. No wobbling as they hold the elements for those 2 seconds. It's very much about top half strength, the power. That's what you like to see, just real power and strength, no wobbling. Sometimes you'll see that they open the grip, particularly on the cross move. If you open the grip, that shows increased strength as well. So a short warm-up for the first 4 athletes as we then start. This is the last final of the day, the still rings. It's been quite a change for a lot of these gymnasts, changing from 10 elements down to 8. They have to really go with their most difficult. The audience here getting a wonderful view of these still rings. Uzbekistan will be hopeful of getting another gold and certainly a podium place, with Temirkanov qualifying in first place. 13.85 was his score there, as they put additional chalk onto the rings. And yes, apologies for that there was a delay before this final. I understand it was a technical problem. But I'm sure this final will absolutely be worth waiting for. Stage is set. The gymnasts are ready. They've done their warm-up. The first athlete is about to go in the still rings final. Dmytro Trutko from Ukraine. Qualified 4th. Nicely round into the top planche. And the cross, keeping the grip. Swing into the multi, the cross. Very nice and steady there. Oh, and a good dismount, just that one step coming forward, so won't get that 0.1 bonus for sticking. Being congratulated by fellow athletes as well. They're always very supportive and respectful of each other, which is so good to see in any sport. So he started, his qualification was 13.1 for the 20-year-old. He just had a degree difficulty of 4.9. That was very nice into the top planche. Look at that strength.
So our attention on the screen because we
Some
have
nice swing work.
12.8.
Halka taslarını Ozat'ın Abdurrasulov Uzbekistan.
And he has a score of 12.8, so just 0.3 less than in qualification. Ozatilla Abdurrasulov from Uzbekistan, 5th in qualification from Tashkent. Oh, missing the line there. Didn't quite get that handstand. Moving down into the Maltese. Just doesn't look comfortable though. Just a few little wobbles, and all of those wobbles make the difference of a 0.10 to the cross. He's beginning to get his composure now. And again, leaving it short in the handstand, having to work extremely hard there. And a smile at the end, which is always good to see. Qualified in 5th place. Competed at the Junior World Championships a couple of years ago in Turkey. He's been doing artistic gymnastics for about 14 years now. I'm sure must train here a lot. Always good to have a competition on your home turf, but it does add to the nerves just a little bit when you're in front of a home crowd, but also good to get their support as well. Here you could just see, just really needs to get the line a little bit better. That was good on the top planche, and the Maltese was good as well. So dropped into the cross. He certainly seemed to build up in confidence as he went through the programme. And a very strong dismount there. Well, 12.8 is the highest score, and he's gone ahead of that, 13.050, and does get the additional 0.1 for nailing that last dismount. Feet firmly on the ground, no movement at all. Now from Chinese Taipei, Wang Yizhang, qualified in 3rd place. Bronze medalist from the World Challenge Cup in Slovenia this year. Very nicely into the Maltese. Showing good strength there. Just needs to control the rings. There's no movement at all. Shoulders in line with the rings there. Just a little bit of movement. Oh, and he'll be cross not to get that 0.1 bonus. You can see on his face, because it can make the difference between getting a medal or not, that 0.1. Scores are always so close with artistic gymnastics, and of course particularly in the still rings as well. So bronze at the World Challenge Cup earlier this year. He's competed in a couple of World Cups as well, in Doha, Qatar, and in Croatia as well. He's had an 8th and a 14th place. .25 was his score in qualification. That was good enough for a 3rd place. 13.050 leading the way. He showed really good form on the Maltese here. Just a few little wobbles. They count for a 1/10 of a mark on each one, those small little deductions. If it was more, it would be 0.3 or 0.5. 13.3. He has increased his score from qualifications. That puts him into 1st place. The highest qualifier, Akrorgon Demirkanov from Uzbekistan, 13.85 in the preliminaries. Oh, showing great strength there. Very nice from the Maltese into the cross. He wanted the additional 0.1, he won't get it. But other than that, a very good performance indeed. Took the silver in Bulgaria last year in the still rings. He doesn't necessarily go with that highest degree, as I was saying, but he normally has a very strong execution, and that certainly worked for him in the qualification rounds. Degree difficulty then was a 5.1 for the 24-year-old. 13.85 was his score. 13.3 leading the way at the moment. Certainly got a wonderful welcome from the audience here. Very appreciative of the work their gymnasts put in. 13.550. So a bit less than his qualification score, but nevertheless good enough to put him into 1st place with 4 athletes to go. And those 4 gymnasts will be warming up now, going through their paces. We'll have gymnasts from Kazakhstan, 2 from Turkey, and 1 from Ukraine. Judges themselves have had to re-qualify as well since the new code of points have come out with those changes. So they have to make sure that they are fully aware of what the changes are. Code of points normally lasting for a few years, changing after each Olympic cycle. I think the addition of the 0.1 for sticking the dismount is a really good addition to the rules. You can really see on the facial expressions of a lot on the gymnasts if they don't quite get that final dismount. The frustration knowing that every 0.1 absolutely counts. So we move on to the 7th qualifier next from Ukraine. So I've heard that there has been a substitution, and that Mert Öztürk from Germany, who was the first reserve, will now be competing 7th in place of Kerem Zener. So the final 4 athletes, the steel rings final. Budan Suprun from Ukraine qualified in 7th place. Held on the Maltese to the cross and opening the grip to show that he's in total control. Adds to the difficulty. And again, shoulders in line with the rings. Top planche, just a little bit of movement in the legs. And again there, just that little bit of swaying just to control the rings. I thought he'd nailed the dismount there, body just a little bit forward, held onto it, but then that little jump forward. His score in qualification was 13.0 for the 20-year-old. Hasn't had too much experience on the international stage, but did compete at the World Championships when they were held in Great Britain in Liverpool in 2022. I remember going to that. I can't believe it was in 2022. It's nice and steady here. Shoulders have to be in line with the rings there. He certainly showed very good strength throughout. Held onto it. Just that little hop forward. And breathes a big sigh of relief. .550 is the score to beat, and it's a 4th place, so it's not going to be on the podium today. Dmitry Patinin from Kazakhstan, the last qualifier. Missed the swing and hold. That was better. Swing to strength, the first one, not being able to hold it, which will be a frustration for him. The top half strength that these artistic gymnasts need is really quite incredible. Remember, 8 elements, they do have to hold it for 2 seconds. And that's what he didn't manage to do. He was really in control at this point. Drop the shoulders. Here he had the tuck, then the pike, but just didn't quite get to that handstand position. Smaller steps as you come off it. The dismount, 0.1 deduction. Bigger would be a 0.3 deduction for a big step on the dismount. 12.050. Next up, the first reserve actually being called on, Mert Öztürk from Germany. He'll be delighted to be able to have a chance to compete in this final. Not that experienced at international competition, but this is his moment. And you're in the final, anything can happen. 12.1 was his qualification score. Just leaving it a little bit short on the line there. Through the pikes and the tucks into the swing. Oh, hold it. Just losing form there. And the double pike, a little hop forward right at the end. Well, when you're a reserve, you always have to be on hand in the hope that you will qualify for the final, and he did. A really good experience for him to get in a final at a World Challenge Cup. Just 19 years of age. Missed out on qualifying originally by about 0.6 behind Patanin from Kazakhstan. But then had his moment in the limelight in the final. And of course that does mean more points when it comes to the rankings and also some prize money as well. Very nice and steady here. Just not quite getting the vertical alignment. Difficult to see from this camera angle a little bit, but seem to just leave things a bit short, and a little bit of movement on the rings as well. But a very nice dismount with the pike. 12.350. Mehmet Aybek Cossack from Turkey qualified second. 13.8 was his score then. Just 0.05 off first. What can he do today? Oh, tremendous strength. Good on the top planche. Really looks in control. A very good program so far as he goes into the Maltese. Drops into the cross. Oh, didn't quite get the dismount, just that little step forward. But other than that, a very solid performance indeed. When I talk about the 0.1 for the dismounts, I mean, it makes a huge difference when you think that he qualified second with 13.8 and he was 0.05 off qualifying in first place. These 0.1s all make that difference. So 13.550 is leading the way. Timirkanov from Uzbekistan. He would be a popular winner with the crowd, of course. 13.4. It's a second place for Mehmet Kozak.
And here we see the standings on the screen. First place, second place is
Really nice control here. No wobbling at all, in total control. Just that little step forward. 13.4 was his total score. As we get a chance, hopefully, to see the final rankings. And here we have the rankings for the rings final. Timonov, 13.550, takes the gold. Wang from Chinese Taipei takes the silver, 13.3. And Abdulazov from Uzbekistan taking the bronze.
ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the mistake.
And here we have the correct rankings. I was wondering what on earth was going on there. Uzbekistan taking the gold, Timurkhanov. Turkey, the silver, Kozak. And Chinese Taipei Wang taking the bronze medal, 13.300. We will shortly be having 3 award ceremonies, so do please stay with us for that. There will be the awards ceremony for the men's pommel horse, the women's uneven bars, and the men's. And here we have the medalists for the steel rings final. Wang Yihexiang from Chinese Taipei taking the bronze. Mehmet Kozak from Turkey, the silver. Akrukon Timurkhanov from Uzbekistan, the popular gold medalist here. His score 13.550 for silver, 13.4 for bronze, 13.3. Many congratulations to the steel rings medalists. Well, it's certainly been a very busy day. Tashkent in Uzbekistan. The World Challenge Cup will, of course, continue tomorrow with 5 more finals. We have the floor